All right, good morning, everyone. So welcome to our mobility and flexibility class. So this is our one of our more lenient classes. We'll focus mainly on stretching, just holding stretches, isometric stretches, static stretches, or dynamic stretches. So again, those are all different terms that you might be familiar or not, but we'll go over them. And then, yeah, so if there's any requests from folks that are here live with us right now, you could either unmute yourself and let me know a muscle group that feels a little bit tender that we want to work on a little bit more, or if you just want to yeah, if you just have a request, you could always go on the chat or you could just unmute yourself. So feel free, don't be shy. Otherwise, we'll do like a full body circuit, okay, from our chair. All right. Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and start with our jaw. So I'll come a little bit closer so you guys can see my little pretty face. Just kidding. So we'll open our mouth as wide as we can. Look up and close our jaw. We should feel a nice stretch here. Then continue. We'll repeat that about 10 times, okay? So, all right, Miss Wences, neck. All right, you got it. So we'll focus a little bit on neck. We'll come back. Just open your mouth, look up, and as you look up, make sure you close that jaw, bring your chin towards your nose. That's probably the best way to visualize that. It's just bringing your chin almost towards your eyes, and you're gonna feel a long stretch on your neck. So just continue that. Keep that going. Yeah, these sunny days are beating up my neck. I think I told you guys I have like a bunch of little tiny wrinkles on my neck. So after a day out, my neck looks like a tiger. I just have a bunch of stripes on my neck. Just get tan. Let's do a few more. All right, very good. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and just work on our cheeks or facial muscles. So just develop a air pocket and just switch it left, right. Again, to your upper lip, lower lip, and just kind of move it all around. Take a little breather, release that air, and we're gonna do that again. Just gonna work it almost like an exercise. Once you're ready, repeat. Carmen, Cherise, Kathleen, Debbie, Karen, Judy, Swin, Sarah, Risara, Josefina, Maria, and Jacqueline. Morning. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just softly palpate from our earlobes down to our lips. Yeah, Julian figured out that he could scream a lot louder than he has been. And he's been practicing the last couple of days at 4 a.m. in the morning. And it's very, I don't know how to explain it. It almost feels like he's taunting us. So let's go from the end of our eyes down to the end of our lips. Just if we're applying some war paint on our eyes right here. Karen, is Bill there with you? I'll see you guys in a minute. Bill, is it? Bill? Is that your husband's name? Sorry, I had an older boss that his name was Bill Humphrey. So maybe I'm mistaking your husband and my old boss right now.
Oh yeah, Bill's here. Sorry, I couldn't get my volume.
I was like, I knew it was Bill. So, all right, let's go ahead and just kind of rub our knuckles like on our cheeks. It's a little bit awkward. We go to these meetings once a month, and my old boss that got fired is part of this group that all coaches have to be a part of. And we always see him, and we see our new boss and him, and it's kind of strange to like, you know, because he's probably he's just retired, and our new boss he's a little bit younger. Um, yeah, so it's kind of strange to just see both folks there. I feel a certain way probably. Let's go ahead and inhale through our nose for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then exhale all that air out through your little windpipe. So let's exhale for about 7 to 8 seconds. Just don't pass out on me. So inhale. That core tight. Should feel that abs coming through a little bit. Exhale all that air. We'll do about 5 more of these. That core tight. Let's go for our last one. All righty. Awesome. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and just start with our neck stretches, okay? So gently, we're just gonna go left to right. You have a request on stretching the neck out a little bit more. So once we're done with our regular neck routine, I'll ask you guys to go grab a small towel or a shirt or something that we could work out our neck. Probably know what stretch I'm talking about. If you've been here with me. Left to right. Let's go up and down. I don't know if I told you folks, but I think I'm gonna sign up for a half marathon in November. I think it's a San Diego Kaiser Permanente half marathon. Quite a bit, a few months away, and how about a week to decide because you guys know how races go. As soon as you're approaching the race date, prices always shoot through the roof, and I think the next price increases next week. So really gotta make up my mind about that. All right, let's do some neck circles. It's just kind of hard for me to justify paying $150 to go run 12 miles, 13 miles that I'm gonna be, I guess, nonchalant about. So, but two of my friends are doing it, so I like to do it with my buddy. So we'll see. Switch directions. Yeah, the bad part about that race is the day immediately after our regional championships, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Because if my team does well and we qualify to the state championships, then I'm probably gonna be on cloud nine and I'm gonna race well at the half marathon. But if my team races poorly or we don't do too high, I might just walk the whole thing because I'm gonna be sad or something. Let's see. Let's go ahead and sit on that left hand. Bring that hand over. Anyone signing up for anything fun or this summer or fall? Races, walks, hikes, trips? Oh, there you go. We got some movement, Kathleen.
I'll do a 5K if there's one.
Okay, yeah. I know that sounds fun. You know, I'm like, oh, 5K, I could do that maybe in half an hour without training too much for it, but let's switch. Like my wife, oh, I'm a little worried for her because she's doing the San Francisco half marathon next month, and she hasn't been running. You know, I'm like, girl, you have to go run because the half marathon's no joke. So, San Francisco is not the flattest city, so there's gonna be a lot of hills.
What made her decide on that?
So I don't want to call her crazy, but she has a friend that picked up running during COVID, and she has made it a thing to do a marathon every month. And yeah, so let's go ahead and push up towards the ceiling. So yeah, so her friend's doing it, and that friend convinced another friend, a mutual friend of my wife's and hers, and so yeah, so they're like, hey, you should do it. And my wife, being nice and having a little bit of background in running, she's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. She's like, I'll do the marathon. And I'm like, you are not doing the marathon. She's like, why not? I'm like, it's like I've been coaching runners for almost 20 years now, and even a half marathon 2 months away is not enough time. Even for a 5K, I'd kind of be questioning it a little bit, but a marathon's out of the question. I mean, it's you're just asking for, I guess, I don't want to say injury.
Pain.
Yeah, you're just asking for a rough time, and you're gonna pay $300 for this rough time as well. So it's let alone the flight to San Francisco and hotel. So it's not the most the wisest thing to do. So I was able to convince her to do the half marathon, or at least to sign up for that. Let's go ahead and grab a small rag. So a towel, a regular towel will do. Or if you have like a shirt laying around, I have to go inside it. I don't want to grab one of these dirty towels here. Towel. Just grab the hoodie I had around. So I'm just gonna, if you have a hoodie like I do, I'm just gonna roll mine up. So that's what you want to do with your towel too. So just roll it up so you have a nice lengthy item. Okay. And what we want to do is just put it around our neck. Make sure that it's the amount of towel or material that you have is consistent throughout your neck. You don't want too many big lumps or anything like that. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and pull. I'm gonna pull my sleeves. And I'm just gonna turn to my right and pull. Okay. So, and I'm doing this while keeping my legs facing forward, trying to control my torso to not turn too much. Because obviously I could turn my torso and that's not gonna do much. So just try to turn your shoulders slightly and your neck. Pulling. That will switch. To the sides. Again, every hold should be up for about 30 seconds. Great. Okay, and then we're gonna just pull forward, then slowly lift until you can't lift anymore. And once you reach that top position, we're gonna hold there for about 20 seconds. And relax. All right, so just relax. Let's give it about a minute. Want that neck to cramp up. Yeah, so I know she'll finish it, and it's just a matter if she's gonna finish feeling. Tell you, no one really finishes a half marathon feeling great. Everyone's always like, especially a marathon. So yeah, so hopefully, yeah, she just gets motivated to do her next one with a little bit more training. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's hard. Like, especially being a running coach and seeing someone do something not consistently, it's just, yeah, it's tough. But she'll be okay. It'll be fun. She picked a pretty one to do it too. I think you could choose between the first half of the marathon or the second half. The first half goes over the bridge to Marin, loops around, and then back over the bridge, and then it ends. And then the second half starts at the Golden Gate on this side, and then you run through the city, which is not as scenic, and it's more rolling too, I think. So this next one, we're gonna go ahead and right hand grab your left side, left hand grab the right side. Left hand's just gonna pull down, right hand's just gonna come across. Okay. And just pull. And relax. All right, so again, opposite. So now right hand's grabbing that left sleeve. I'm gonna pull down. Left hand is grabbing that right sleeve, and that's where I'm gonna just turn. Might hear some popping. And relax. So again, if your neck tends to be tender, it's that what we just did really helped me out a lot a few months ago when I had a neck injury. I probably felt pretty down for about 2 weeks. Then one of my friends was like, "Hey, try this shirt towel thing. Might seem like it's not gonna do much, but it will." I didn't think it was, and sure enough, my pain went from about an 8 to about a 3 after that. So it helped out. All right, so let's continue stretching. So we're just gonna go ahead, bring that arm over, push down. Yeah, Maureen and Ella. So yeah, so for some of the folks that showed up a little late, I just had a couple announcements, or one announcement really, is there's going to be some dates. I know Ella, your schedule is a little bit tight, but there's going to be some dates in on some Tuesdays and some upcoming Wednesdays where I have to start at 8 o'clock due to time conflict. So I'll keep you guys posted. I think the first session that's our class will interfere will be on Tuesday. Let's switch. Tuesday, June 27th. So that's 2 weeks from yesterday. And that we'll have to meet at 8 o'clock. So, yeah, but we'll always have the recordings, all of that stuff. And then, like I was mentioning yesterday, if this weekend you guys want to get a workout in, yesterday's recording is up on yesterday's Canvas show. So if you feel like getting a workout in this weekend, I would recommend doing yesterday's workout this weekend, so we could hit up upper body a little bit more. All right, good. So now we're gonna go shoulders. See. Awesome. Good job, Miss Lynn. Yeah, I'm glad. So yeah, that one, like I said, it's very, there's some stretches that you'll do and you're like, that's not gonna do anything. And that's one of those that really does. So yeah, hopefully, I would say do that first thing when you wake up. If you're feeling tightness around your neck, and then also before you go to bed and also in the middle of the day. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead. We're gonna do these wings here. Your entire mid back. Yeah. Very good. All right, next we're gonna go open up our chest, so hands forward, and just almost like a fly. And let me know if anyone else has any requests to work on a certain body part. Just let me know. We always spend a little bit more time. It's almost like our free day. I could get a little tired too. So, all right, we're gonna work on our neck a little bit more. So this one's just called turtle head. So we're just gonna, it's kind of funny. So we'll go forward, back, forward, back. Now we're gonna go ahead. This is upper mid back. Hands kind of clenched together in front of you. Put it down and put it forward. Reset. About 3 more. Right, grab a little bit of water. I think yesterday I had some allergies and it was warm in here, so I had the fan on the entire afternoon with some clients, and my throat's completely dry now. So yeah, pretty hydrating. I think allergies are picking up a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do shoulder circles. Okay, so just kind of go back, up, forward, down, back. Reverse. You guys are quiet today. I feel like I'm a blabbermouth today, and you guys are just listening. Talk to me. Let's talk about food or something. Let's go ahead and bring that right arm across. Ella, where's your camera? There you go. As soon as I said, Ella, where's your camera? Her camera went on. Therese, I promise no one will yell at us about talking.
I can talk a lot, but I don't want to overdo it.
Bitch. Sharice and I got yelled at about a year ago for talking.
It wasn't that bad. It was just early in the morning. You know, it was that early class.
Yeah, it was a 7 a.m. Oh, it was 7 a.m. on Sundays, right?
Yeah, it was early.
Oh man, I don't know how I committed to that. 7 a.m. Julian was about 3 months old, and
No, I won't sign up that early.
yeah,
I'm not great in the morning either.
I need that little break. We're gonna do hands facing the screen, and then just kind of like a tricep press down, so this is stretching out our triceps. Yeah, and you know, I told myself that like I would never sign up for another Sunday 7 a.m. class again. And what I do, I now have a client in Irvine Sundays at 7 a.m. So now I have to drive to Irvine on Sundays.
Irvine on Sunday?
Yeah, so about 5:40 in the morning on Sundays, and I get there and
Get your day going.
yeah. So they have a little boy that needs, you know, someone to be with him at all times. So I work out the husband for an hour first, and then as soon as we're done, now we're gonna go ahead and do a cross curl. I work out with the mom right after that.
No traffic.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I went on Sunday morning. I get there in about 30 minutes from here, 35 minutes, and then about the same to come back. And then there was a time conflict where I had to go on a Saturday around 11, and oh man, it took me probably twice as long.
Right.
I was like, oh, it's Irvine, it's Saturday at 11, what's going on? And a lot's going on apparently, because it took me twice as long. So, but
What part of Irvine?
I don't even know what it's one of those probably like one of the furthest neighborhoods near one of those toll roads that goes into like the hills going.
Oh, by the 73 on
Yeah.
the 405.
But yeah, so it's on the, I guess on the north side of the 405.
Okay.
If you guys know where, yeah, because I'm not too familiar with that area, but there's a area where there's like a bunch of like purple and orange squares with some shopping centers out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Irvine Spectrum.
Right. So like it's probably like
Oh, yeah.
northeast of there, like in this little corner.
That's Sand Canyon.
Yeah, something like
Probably
that. Yeah.
Sand Canyon. Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice
so
area.
let's go ahead and grab the backside and turn. So yeah, I mean, super nice, sweet family. I met them through one of my current clients, and yeah, but it's tough, and it's you know, we have a big family, so we like to hang out on the weekends. But I'm always that one person on Saturday night, like, hey, let's go home. Like,
Yeah.
wake up in a few hours. So.
Well, I'm an early riser, and
Yeah.
my church is in Irvine.
Oh, okay.
And I sometimes have a rehearsal at 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Oh, geez. Okay, we'll wake each other up then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not, that's not far from my house.
Okay. Have to. Bye. I still have to go check out your son's gym.
Yeah, that's a good day.
So. Yeah, I think this Sunday being Father's Day, I'm gonna switch our session to.
Oh yeah, you need to take a break on Father's Day. Or early.
Or earlier, yeah.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go on the those Duffy boats. Take your family in those Duffy boats.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of
Fun,
fun.
yeah.
Newport.
I've seen those, yeah.
That's fun.
Oh,
You like the water.
had this regular bicep curls, skipping a lot of these.
Stop by for breakfast, Julio. Greg will cook after your workout. It's on the way home.
Oh, great. Yeah, I know.
Greg loves to cook.
Oh, man. Greg. Oh, Josefina was in our class. So it would always be Josefina, Greg, and I.
Guys talked food.
We talked food the whole hour.
I know.
And
He was
how much,
hungry.
yeah.
I
Talked
heard.
food and how much we shouldn't be eating as much either. So let's go ahead and we're gonna work on our forearms. So let that wrist extend past your knee, and we're gonna press down. I'm sure we have some new folks in here, like maybe Jacqueline, Arisara, like who are these people, and can we just stretch?
I wasn't in the class I heard about though.
Sorry, ladies. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. So. Yeah, if it's morning or sorry, let's go ahead and do each finger to the center of the hand. Yeah, if it's quiet and we're just following along the stretches, we're gonna fall asleep in here, so we gotta. Music doesn't work. We tried music once and it doesn't work.
I always have music on.
Good.
Me too. I have the soundscapes, like some relaxing for this class.
There you go. I'm sure a few of you guys mute me and then just play your music.
And then rock and roll for the cardio. Yeah, I gotta have music or something when I'm doing a workout. Sorry.
Josefina's got music. All right, let's do our left hand. So again, just each finger to the center of our hand. All right, now let's do each finger, but we're gonna bend at every knuckle. Bring that to the center of our hand. So if I get 900 more followers on YouTube, I could get monetized. So tell your friends.
900?
900.
Wow.
I think my channel has about 106, but you need 1,000 viewers or subscribers. And let's make a fist now. So let's go to our right hand, make a fist, open. So yeah, so I think it's 1,000 minimum. And then you also need something like 4,000 hours of monthly viewership. So yeah, so that means that all my my YouTube videos would have to do the math. Maybe about those 100 people would have to do a full workout session on YouTube as well. So it's kind of silly, but I have some friends. We're actually considering, let's switch. We're considering buying this little mobile trailer home that they had. They bought it during COVID. But anyways, it's a trailer. It's attached to their Jeep, and yeah, they made a little YouTube channel of their experience and their travels. And they got about 4,000 followers, and I think they're getting about $300 a month from YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they were just doing like, hey, like do this, not that type of video, or this is our travels. And yeah, it turned out to be great. And we thought about it, like maybe because they're actually relocating. They're the couple that got married in Mexico. Let's go ahead and do our performance stretch. So yeah, so they're trying to get rid of it, and they're giving us pretty great deal on it, but it would be super nice to have it, but it's one of those trailers that I think right now with our kids being so young, it would work out. But in like 3 or 4 years when they stretch out, like it's gonna be Tetris in there to just maneuver. Because it's only about 10 feet long. So yeah, so I just told my wife, I was like, we should just plan on camping trips in general first before. I was like, we're not even big camping people yet for us to like get an RV. Does anyone camp often in here?
No, but I like it. But at my age, I need a bathroom, so I prefer a little more, enclosed, an RV or something.
Yeah. Oh no,
I've done it, camping. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going in August, but I like to go more often. And I told my wife we're looking forward for Father's Day, I'd like to do a camping trip.
It's harder with little ones. At one time we did one up north at Memorial Park. It was really pretty, and we had a van. But my daughter was like 9 months old, and Alan was like probably 3. So we had, we had to bring the stroller. We had to bring the little kind of bed for my daughter. So it was really fun, but I just had to pack a lot along with food. We had a blast. It was really relaxing, and just, you have to bring all the kids stuff. And then if you have that, great, but it's a lot of work for me. But it's fun.
Yeah, one of my favorite camping trips was about 4 years ago. I went with a friend, her family, to a camping spot in Malibu. And far enough from like, the homes and city that you felt like you're in this isolated beach. That was right before I think Point Mugu. But then, so we didn't pack much for food. I think we had a couple of like yogurts for breakfast, some hot dogs, and maybe, and I think that's all we packed, because there is like not a Sprouts, not a Trader Joe's, but like a smaller market just like it. And yeah, so we would, if we needed something, drive down the road,
just go there,
grab it. Yeah, so the packing wasn't too heavy, and yeah, so that was fun. And then it was really neat. Like we had our tent about 10 feet from where the water was crashing into the sand. So
nice.
Yeah, that's pushed down. Yeah, so it felt like you were, like in a different country almost. So
that's pretty.
I'd like to do something like that again. Yes, we're pushing down on this knee.
I think it will be fun if you have the kids enroll in scouting, because that's what, when you have the most of camping, you can do. My kids go in scouting for about 15 years. So I do all the camping that I need to do. It's really fun.
That'd be a convenient way to do it too, yeah. Like just enroll Julian to do a Boy Scout and do it more for the camping trips. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. I know
That's what we did at first, not to join just for the camping, but then we learned a lot after that, more than just the camping. So it's worth to go for it.
Yeah, they learned so much. One of my my clients, she's 14. She just got promoted from middle school going to high school. And yeah, she said this is her first summer where she doesn't have any type of like camp with like her Girl Scouts or any other activities. So we're gonna do leg extensions. So yeah, but I know we have these conversations about nature and animals, and very well educated, like teaches me things about, you know, camping and what she's done. But yeah, no, it's for sure. I think that's something I would like to consider. And it sounds a little bit more relaxing than, I mean, I'd love for Julian to join like a little league or like a soccer team. But yeah, I mean, those things could get a little bit hectic too with practices, and they're in multiple teams. They could have multiple games every weekend. We have a friend that I think she has two little boys, and each of them plays about 5 games every weekend. And yeah, so like, Julia, make me a fire with these 2 sticks or something. So very good. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and do our hill raises. Okay? So, heels.
Julio,
Yes. Marine? Sounded like a question. All right, let's go toe raises. So bring that up. Yeah, and then in early August, we also have a coaches convention. It's an annual thing. So if, as long as there's no meeting conflicts, it should be okay. But that's gonna be in Monterey, and yeah, so it's actually just for coaches, but there's several coaches taking their families. Can you guys hear me? Okay, everyone's faces like froze at the same time. So I thought the screen froze on my end, but no, I think you guys are just being
I can see you.
Yeah.
It freeze.
So yeah, so we're gonna, I think, try to make that a little family outing too. So really good food out there in Carmel or Monterey.
Oh, pretty.
You have to go to the Monterey Aquarium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
That's a must.
Yeah, we went last year. Yeah, so yeah, so we're gonna try to go again. And oh, so Marine is asking, how do I follow you on YouTube? Good question. All right, so let me throw in a link on here, and then Marine, you could tell your other 800 friends follow me.
Hit your 900. Your 1,000 mark.
There's so many ads on YouTube now. It's so annoying. Let me see. Okay, so I go to YouTube. Sorry to interrupt. Any follower I could get. The only thing that it's a little bit disappointing about YouTube, or not YouTube, but more Zoom, it's that the quality, it's pretty low. I mean, you could follow along, but yeah, it's pretty low. So, all right, so we're here on Zoom, and So I'm just gonna share the screen real quick. So hopefully, do you guys see this window? Okay, yeah. So now, obviously this is my home page, so I can't follow myself. But if you click on this little orange image or around here, there should be a button where it says, you know, subscribe and whatnot. So you guys would subscribe. And what I'm gonna do right now, this is yesterday's video. So I'm just gonna share the link and I'll put it on the chat right now. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that. So remember, this little orange picture, it says Fitness with Coach Jimenez. I'm gonna throw that on the chat. And yeah, if you're not following, again, I really don't care about monetizing the channel because it's not realistic. But if you guys want more content over the weekend or any other time, so just go on the chat, click on that video. All right, Sarah says she's following me already. All right.
Two.
Awesome. All right, Kathleen too. I'll have to give you guys a shout out. Ella, you too? You better be. So yeah, so just go on that and then click on the subscribe. And yeah, it just makes it easier. So also if you don't wanna, because when, if you just depend on Canvas and on the links, then when the class is over, you won't have access to those links. So, but if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, then you can always go back and watch those. So, all right. I should hopefully be getting about 100 notifications right now about new subscribers. So, all right, so do me a favor and grab a golf ball. I have a lacrosse ball here. All right, here my stuff on someone's screen. So.
Now there's a one called the Exercise Guy. Is that the one?
Oh, that's my Instagram. Yeah. So that's my personal trainer name. Okay. So you don't
not
call
that
me,
one.
You don't call me Julio there. You call me that Exercise Guy. No. So that's my Instagram. So you could follow that. So that's separate. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that Exercise Guy. I think I have that for Instagram and YouTube. I mean, sorry, Instagram and Facebook. But Facebook, I never really go on. But on Instagram, yeah. So I know I follow and Charisse follows me back on there. So yeah, so if that's probably the easiest way, unless you have my cell phone number, which I don't mind handing out, but that's probably the quickest way to, if you have a question, because sometimes I might have some folks email me. And to be honest, I probably check those emails like every 2 days, maybe every 3 days. But if you need to get to me ASAP, you could go on Instagram and yeah, it's that Exercise Guy. So I'm not very creative with names, if you guys could tell. So we have our ball here and we go back and forth. And then my wife and I have a photo booth business. And guess what that name is? It's Those Photo Booth People. Yeah. So
What is it?
Those Photo Booth People. So yeah, so I'm that Exercise Guy and Those Photo Booth People. Yeah. So it catches because people are always like, who's that Exercise Guy? And then boom, there it is. Or like, you know, like, oh, what are those photo booth people's names? And then there you go. You don't have to think much. So yeah, it's not as creative as composing some acronym off our initials, but you know, it's a, you know, that might come off weird. So let's switch. Again, we're just rolling. So golf ball or lacrosse ball, just here back and forth. And to be honest, you guys are probably getting free sessions for sure. I mean, it's, you know, this is a class and it's free and, you know, all of that stuff. But some of my clients that I work out with, you know, some are more specific. So I need to take my squat rack and my hex bar and more equipment, a lot of heavy equipment. So obviously we can't do that since not everyone has that. But like a lot of like our Monday class or like our Thursday class, what we do in here about 80% of what we do in here, I do with them sometimes. So, you know, a lot of the sessions that, let's go ahead and do our ABCs. So a lot of the sessions that I have with some clients that their main goal is to lose weight or burn, you know, some extra calories. Yeah, sometimes, you know, we've done those workouts here first, or I'll pass something and I'll ask you guys for feedback. And yeah, I mean, there's been some days like yesterday, for example. Yesterday I had a client and he says when he goes to the gym, he usually works out about an hour and a half. So yesterday he was over and I told him I only had about an hour 15 for a workout. So, but he wanted to talk about his split switch, about his gym routine for about 10 minutes. So our workout was going to be maybe an hour long. And about 25 minutes into the workout, he was gagging a little bit. He was ready to like throw up and vomit. And you know, I'm like, okay, so I don't know if he's actually working out on his own too much, or maybe my workout was a little bit excessive. But long story short, we finished the workout and he's like, that's it? Oh, like I thought I was gonna get my money's worth. And I was like, dude, you're about to throw up half an hour ago and like 20 minutes ago. So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't want you to like pass out either. So yeah, I don't know how he felt about the workout, but I was yeah, to say the least, yeah, I was just a little bit thrown off because like I said, I thought he had a good workout, but I guess he was just expecting every second to go. Let's go ahead and we're just gonna claw at the floor. So
should be as tolerated how each individual's doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a personal routine, not watching everybody. It sounds like he's watching everyone at the gym do their pumping.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing.
That's kind of what it sounds like. If he's going to throw up,
yeah,
and go at his pace.
Right. The thing is that sometimes some folks, like I want to say maybe like half of my clients, not all of them, most of them are great, but not even half, maybe like a quarter of them. Sometimes they're inconsistent, and you know, for them is they feel because they have. Let's go ahead and start on our shoulders. So we're done with our chair. So let's go ahead and get on our feet. And we'll pull your foam roller just so we can start on our shoulders. He's at daycare right now. Right there, he's cooking.
Oh, it's adorable.
Oh, he's happy.
Boy.
Thanks, Bill. I'll send you, when I get my first paycheck, I'll hook you up. I got you. All right, so we're just gonna do shoulders right here. Yeah, so I was just saying, yeah, sometimes, you know, and you guys know this already because most of you guys have been consistent, but with fitness, it's all about consistency. And there's some folks that have never done it. And because they've never done it, maybe they're just not educated or have seen enough improvement. But yeah, but I've had some folks that have gotten upset with me because they met with me 3 times and they didn't lose 10 pounds. And let's go 30 degrees forward. And I'm like, listen, I was like, just because you're paying someone doesn't mean that the amount of money you're paying is going to translate to weight loss. You know, if I charge you a lot, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose a lot of weight on one session, you know, and that's why I don't charge a lot. But yeah, I think some folks have that idea, that perception, 60 degrees. And yeah, like I told you guys yesterday, you know, we're in here for an hour 20 a day. And the rest of the day, it's all on you guys. If you guys want to, right after this class is over and you want to go eat a sandwich of just purely bacon and drink a milkshake, that's on you, right? And so Yes, it depends. Or if you want to go for a little short walk or have a healthy snack, then that's on you as well. So it's gonna be mainly based on your habits and also what you eat. But yeah, today we're just stretching. Hopefully this is helping out your joints. Let's go back. And the folks that I've had for over a year now that have been with me working out once or twice a week. I've had now they're my good friends for 2 years now. Started off as clients, and now we're traveling to Montana together and doing fun things. Let's go our right shoulder now. So yeah, and those folks, you know, being my buddy, lost 55 pounds. Other friends have really toned up. Yeah, and it's all about consistency. Those are also some people that, you know, we're dog sitting for one of my friends that was a client right now. It's really cute dog, and yeah, so it's all about consistency, and you keep on doing this, and you know you'll see results. And remember, results are not always that number on the scale too. So you know, don't let that affect you. You can always look at a mirror. Sometimes just tell by the size, by the way your pants are fitting or your shirt fits. You know, that's probably how my pants tell me a lot more than the scale sometimes. Because,
Right. Clothes.
Yep, exactly.
That's me.
Yep, I had, so in middle school, I tried to be one of those cool kids with baggy jeans and like baggy shorts. So I had some shorts in 8th grade that still fit me. And 8th grade was about 25 years ago. So, you know, it's one of those things where you kind of tell like, all right, for Thanksgiving dinner, I know I always wear my pants that have the elastic band around the waist. So those are my Thanksgiving dinner pants. So we're gonna go up and down. Because I've also had some pants that they have this button that clip on, and I've gone out and I forget to take a belt or something, and then I sit down and then boop, the button just kind of flies, and I'm like, all right, so these pants, I can't wear them anymore unless they fit. So yeah, but clothes is usually the kind of an easy way to tell. Go up. Very good. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and then if you have a solid chair, I'd like to do a couple of hamstring stretches on there. Drink a little bit of water.
Julio, I have to go. We have a vet appointment.
No, Debbie, you can't go. I'm sorry. No, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you rest. All right, take care, Debbie.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So pretty much what we're gonna do here, we got a chair. I'm gonna just put my foot on it here. I'm gonna lean towards it. That. Again, I'm leaning towards it. I'm almost at a straight line from my heel to my neck. Then I'm just gonna kind of stick my hips back out. I'm just lengthening and shortening the hamstring right now. And when you're leaning back, I'm almost trying to bring my hips furthest back as I can, because I'm gonna really feel the stretch in this area right here. Switch. Awesome. This next stretch is similar to one that we do kneeling down. So again, only do these if you feel safe. If you have a chair that's not going to move, I hate for you to do this on a slippery floor where the chair's in a swivel or a chair with wheels. We're going to go ahead and put our foot here and just kind of lean forward. Stretch. Back stretch. Yeah, one of my clients, he's so funny. He's a smaller guy, but he was always like one of those smaller guys that always wanted to have some muscle. So we're getting there, and he has a pretty fun group of friends that they have like, I don't know what they call it, if it's like like their monthly man meetings or something, but they pretty much all like hang out like teenagers for like a weekend. And I guess, yeah, their wives are totally cool with it, and they go and hang out, and and anyways, so I guess they had their monthly meeting or hangout, and he said that he had never gotten so many compliments of his physique in his life, and he was like super excited about it. And then I'm like, oh, like, what does your wife say? She's like, my wife doesn't care how I look. He's kind of like bummed. He's like, I did it for her. And he just looks at me and she's like, whatever. Like, you look good, but whatever. And so yeah, so you're like, yeah, like, I get more compliments from my friends or like my guy friends than my wife. And I'm like, oh, well, at least, yeah, compliments are good. So yeah, it's motivated. But yeah, it's just funny because I work with both of them, and she's like, I don't care. I still love him if he's chubby or not.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go with hip openers. So drive forward, out. All right, and the last one I will do is going to be our deep squat stretch. Okay, so just deep squat, drop down, press up. Yeah, tomorrow, just remember, we'll have more of like the HIIT interval workout. It will be a little bit more intense. So yeah, just make sure if you feel like you're one of those folks that needs like a longer warm up than what we typically do, I go for a little short walk maybe before class to switch or still go left to right. But yeah, just let you guys know, not trying to scare you, but yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more demanding tomorrow. You got it, Carmen. Don't worry. You don't need to stress about it. Yeah, some of my athletes sometimes tell me, Coach, what's the workout next Monday? I'm like, why? So you could stress about the workout for another week. I'm like, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. All right, ladies, Bill, you guys enjoy your Wednesday. Hopefully you guys are feeling a little bit more loose and relaxed. Like I said, you guys, maybe before you leave, click on that link on the chat just so you could go to the channel and you could subscribe. And then again, you could always go back. I think we have videos in there as far as back summer of 2020. So
I subscribed since I started.
Good, awesome. So all right, Sarah, ladies, folks, thank you guys. You guys enjoy your Wednesday, and tomorrow we'll see you at
tomorrow.
All right, get some
Be easy for tomorrow.
Have a good day.
Tomorrow
is it 9 o'clock?
Tomorrow is, yes, 9. And then Friday and Saturday, 8:30.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Julio. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye. Bye, ladies.